Hi everybody, welcome to another video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the top rated apps for practicing your theory test. The three that I'm going to be reviewing is the Driving Test Success 4-in-1 app, the Theory Test Genie, and then there's a Theory Test 2019 app I'm going to use as well. The options that I've gone for on these are all the free versions of the app. You can pay to upgrade them to get more questions, more hazard perception clips and all that sort of stuff. And I would advise that whichever one you go for, you do go for the paid option, because for that £3 or £4 that you're going to spend, it's going to be well worth it when you get to the test. The one app I've not included in this review is the DVSA's own app. Now that app is basically like doing the test at home. It is probably the best out there. There is a couple of little foibles with it. It's not quite as how to put this, it's not quite as reviewable as some of the others that I'm going to put into this review, but it is one that I would say, if you're not sure, go with the DVSA one. So let's get into the video. So out of the apps that I've reviewed, this is my third choice, which is the Theory Test 2019 app. Now, the reason why I've picked this one at number 3, I did find the app a little bit more difficult to navigate than some of the others. It does have some good review sections, so you can see your progress, you can see where you're at. The biggest thing for me was how it's actually set up when you're doing a mock test. It's nothing like what you're going to see on the actual day. The questions are still really good, the hazard perception is very good in it, but my only point with it is the fact that it doesn't look anything like what you're going to see on the actual day. So I just think that if an app's going to be helping you to prepare for having your driving test, your theory test, it wants to be as close to the proper thing as possible. So that's my third choice. In my second place is the Theory Test Genie. Now this app I really liked. There was lots of fantastic stuff in here. The biggest thing that I liked is the fact that when you're going through the practice theory, every time you click an answer, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, it gives you a little description at the bottom of the page so that you can see why it's right or why it's wrong. And I think that's a really helpful little thing to have just at the bottom of the screen, so that every time you click an answer, you go, right, I've clicked that answer. Oh, it's wrong. Why is it wrong? Ah, it's telling me at the bottom why it's wrong. So you can learn from it, because that's the whole point, is you want to learn. You don't just want to smash through it and get loads of answers 100% correct. You want to make sure that you make mistakes so you can learn from them. So the Theory Test Genie is my second choice. Okay, and then moving on to my first choice, the top app that I think is out there at the moment for being able to help you get yourself as prepared as possible to drive, to pass your theory test, both the questions and the hazard perception. And that for me is the Driving Test Success 4-in-1 app. And I would go for the paid version on this. I'm going to make this very clear. Nobody has paid me to do any of these reviews. Nobody has sponsored this video. This is purely my opinion on which apps I found were the most useful, which ones gave you the best information, and which ones kind of got you ready for the theory test as best as possible. So for me, the Driving Test Success 4-in-1 app, the fully paid version, which is $4.99 currently in the Android store, in the Google Play Store, is the most in-depth. I really like the way that they've laid it out. It's not quite the same as how it would be on the driving test, but the questions are very clearly labelled. The way that you select your answers is very clearly labelled. The way that you can review your test at the end is a brilliant way to show you how well you've done, where you've picked up faults, where you've not done something quite as right, as good as it could be. The other thing for me is the hazard perception part of this app, because a lot of hazard perception apps you can go through it, you can operate it, and then it shows you your score. This one, the one thing I really like about it, which I know is on a couple of other apps as well, but it's on this whole package, is when you review each clip that you've gone through. If you look at the bottom of the screen as you're reviewing it, it shows you where you should be clicking and where you've clicked in comparison to where you're scoring. And I think that is very helpful, and the way that it breaks down and reviews each individual clip for you is probably one of the best parts of this app. So I think that if you're out there and you're not sure about which driving test app to go for, personally I would say one of two. Either go for the official DVSA app or go for the Driving Test Success 4-in-1 app. They are my top 2 rated, and if you want to, just to make sure that you go through it, get them both. There's no harm in having both of them. Okay guys, that's my review on the top 3 rated apps that are in the Google Play Store. They are all available in the Apple Store as well. If this is the first time coming to my channel, do make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss any of the other videos that we've got coming up that will all help you with your driving. If you like this video, do hit that thumbs up and give us a like, and if you've got any comments about the video, please pop them in the comments below. Always have a good read of them, and if there's anything I can do to improve the video, then I will do for you. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you every success in your theory test. Good luck guys. Make sure you get lots of practice in and keep yourself nice and calm. You can do it. Be positive, and I'll see you on the road in the future. Thanks guys. Bye.